I'm back, man. Still here dominating these shows like I normally do. Make sure you follow, subscribe to the MBS channel, man, on all social media platforms and get your latest content on your battle rap news and sports updates. Woo!
Oh God, bro, don't start your nonsense. Well, we got a lot of fire stuff for y'all tonight, man. Of course, you know the NBA draft is about to happen. A lot of trade talks, trades have happened already. The NFL free agency, you still got some big names out there. But Keo, let's dive into these topics and let's knock it out, big dog.
Let's go, man. The NBA has been dominating the headlines as of late because we're getting ready for the draft, free agency, of course. But our first topic for tonight is Bradley Beal got traded this past week for Chris Paul. They basically got peanuts, Suns. They got their big three: Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant. A lot of people are saying, this may have changed how the West have the way the West is right now. Some people say this is the best team in the West right now after this trade. So, after seeing this trade, man, is this the best team in the West right now?
Oh, well, okay, so let me start by saying I was wrong. Shout out to my dog Reek, man. Um, I picked the Suns to win the championship without Bradley Beal last year, with his past season, and the Nuggets beat him. So I look at the situation. I picked those Suns to beat him. I thought, Chris Paul was going to be healthy. I thought DeAndre Ayton would play a lot better. I do think Bradley Beal is obviously younger, um, can definitely shoot the ball, can definitely score the ball, high IQ. Definitely is going to, I think, actually make the Suns a better team, but I can't say that they're a favorite. You still got the Nuggets. The Nuggets are loaded. They're going to be even more confident now. They know that they basically ran through the playoffs and into the championship game and ran through the championship game like it was nothing. I look for Michael Porter Jr. to take that next step. Jamal Murray is going to be confident. Jokic is probably the most humblest superstar we've ever seen in the NBA. And that says a lot because you had humble guys like Tim Duncan and Dirk Nowitzki. But Jokic is just different. And they're not going nowhere. Aaron Gordon's not going nowhere. I know Bruce Brown opted out, but according to Malone, that they're gonna bring him back. The Nuggets are gonna be a tough out for anybody. So I'm not gonna say they're a favorite, but I do think that I give them a bump up. I think they got better. And I do think that they might move DeAndre Ayton. I want to see what's gonna happen with Ayton and who they're gonna get for him because it can't just be they need more depth, but it gotta be serviceable guys that you put around the big three and Booker, Durant, and Bradley Beal. But they definitely are right there in the cusp. Every year it's only about 5 teams that can win the championship, and I think the Phoenix Suns are in that mix.
As of right now, as of right now, if you say health wise, the Phoenix Suns are the best team in the West right now. That's
Wow.
bro, that's tough to beat, man. That is tough to beat. You dealing with Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. The the only question is who is gonna play point guard because I know Bill and Booker, they're both good at the two guard, and then you got Kevin Durant there. I think this is they could play run small, and then obviously you still got DeAndre Ayton there also. So it's like this is gonna be a tough team to beat. And but Suns gave up nothing. They gave up Chris Paul and
Wow. Don't disrespect CP3, man.
Chris Paul. He's probably gonna get waived by the Wizards. Like this is a deadly team. This is gonna be tough to defend this team. Like I know that what the Nuggets did to the Suns in the series, but then you add a dynamic of a Bradley Beal on a winning franchise, joining with stars like KD and Devin Booker. This is the best team in the West right now, man. I now the Nuggets, they got the target on their backs now, because now I think people are gonna take this team serious, because I don't think people did take them serious before. And my concern with the Nuggets has always been their health issue. And I always said that as long as those three are healthy, they'll be all right. But with this move with the Suns made is a huge move, a huge impact. I mean, we got a whole off season to go. I don't know. Maybe the Nuggets might make a move. We don't know what Golden State is gonna do. We don't know what the Lakers gonna do. I'm hearing rumors that the Clippers might disensemble their the tandem between Kawhi and Paul George now. So a lot of things can happen and can come into play now. So I like the Suns in the West though. I think the Suns in the West right now with those three, and on top of that you have Aiden. That's a deadly team. Obviously they got a new head coach also. So I like the Phoenix Suns in the West, man.
Wow. So you think that they're better than the Nuggets right now on paper?
Yeah, I think they do. You're adding a superstar of
Nah,
Bradley
Bradley Beal is
Beal.
a stud. I like Bradley Beal. You know that. I'm a big Bradley Beal guy. But I'll tell you a move, and you might say, X, you're crazy. That is not that deep. But I really think like this move, I like Cameron Payne. I think Cameron Payne's a nice guy to come off the bench and be your backup
Yeah.
point guard. But I think a move that would solidify this for me, because I don't know, I don't think they're going to keep DeAndre Ayton. I just don't think they can afford all those guys in the books. The best case scenario to me for the Suns would be if Damian Lillard gets traded to the Miami Heat and Kyle Lowry goes to Portland and they buy out Kyle Lowry. Now, if the Suns could get Kyle Lowry to come over there and play on, I hate to say it, but pennies, but because he's going to get the buyout money regardless, I think that would solidify me saying, okay, the Suns are dangerous. The Suns, I mean, they're dangerous regardless, but then I may say with a Kyle Lowry, somebody that can, you could put him in the backcourt with Bradley Beal and Devin Booker, and then you have somebody like KD. I would say that's a scary team to deal with because Kyle Lowry's not afraid of the big moment. He's a leader, high IQ guy to go along with three high IQ guys. I just don't think they're going to keep Aiden. I know you're looking at it right now, but Aiden's not going to be there. Now, I'm going to just throw some names out there. If they can get rid of Aiden and land like a Christian Wood, who's not going to be back with the Mavericks, I think that solidifies him he's a nice five. He's not a superstar, but he can hit shots. He can defend. I wouldn't mind that move, but they're going to move on from Aiden. I just got to see what they're going to get for Aiden.
Man, you crazy, man. You really think they added a superstar and you still think they're not a dangerous team?
I think they're dangerous. I said they're right there. I said I can't say they're better than the Nuggets today.
They literally tied the series at 2-2. Obviously, we know what happened the rest of the way, but you're adding a superstar in Bradley Beal with the likes of Kevin Durant and Devin Booker.
Okay, and I agree with that. But, and you know this as well as I do, because all of y'all said on the show, it took Kevin Durant and Devin Booker to have incredible nights. I mean, historic nights combined in order to beat the Nuggets. And you bring Bradley Beal, but to do it 4 times, bro, I don't know. It's only one basketball. And I know they can all shoot, and I know they can all get to the rim, and I understand what you're saying. But depth is going to play a part. I'm telling you, if they can get the depth pieces and they can get somebody like, I'm just using Kyle Lowry because he's the name that keeps coming up. If they can get somebody like him to run the show, I'm with you. You have no argument from me. I'm like, yeah, Kyo, I'm right there with you. But they're gonna
What?
lose DeAndre Ayton. They're
So what
going
happened
to
if they
lose.
trade? What happened if they trade DeAndre Ayton for somebody like Julius Randle?
That's interesting. That's interesting. I like that. That's an interesting move. Randall's a little undersized, but he plays very physical. But he
Man,
got,
if they land DeAndre Ayton, I don't think nobody has a chance in the West.
but that's the thing. That's the thing. Aiden's not gonna be there for sure. They can't afford all four of them.
No, they could trade Ayton for Julius Randle. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to. The money's gonna have to make sense. If they can make the money make sense, then that's different. But I just gotta wait and see. I'm not all in like you are. I think it's the beginning of the off season. Let's see. It's a great piece. They're definitely a contender, but I'm not putting them number one because I know Aiden's not gonna be there next year. And I think they need to get a veteran point guard in there that can run the show, or even like build off, get a young guy and a veteran guy in there that can learn from one another or help one another in the backcourt. But I don't see it right now, them being better than the Nuggets. You could say they're right there with the Nuggets, but not better than the Nuggets.
You literally picked the Suns to beat the Nuggets.
I did, but the Nuggets proved me wrong.
Now you got Bradley Beal. You're telling me you're still not going to pick the Suns?
Okay, so hold up. Let me say this. I thought with Chris Paul, it was a better fit because they had a leader. Chris Paul, and it's no knock to Bradley Beal, because I think if you're looking on a one-on-one matchup, I'm taking Bradley Beal. But in a team setting, Chris Paul is a general. And I really thought DeAndre Ayton would play a lot better than he played in that series. You know that I was hard on Ayton because he didn't play well. And now that could be, that's just the facts. And I cannot sit here and say, after what I saw, you lose your general, who I think meshed better in basketball terms with the two guys that's there. I mean, I know he got hurt, and then Ayton playing the way he did, and then the role players not stepping up. I just cannot sit here and tell you that I think just because you add Bradley Beal that they're a better team than the Nuggets. They're a better team, maybe.
First of all, don't be trying to save Chris Paul right now. We know why the Suns was like that before they got knocked out of the playoffs. It was because of Devin Booker, bro. Devin Booker was one of the best guys in the playoffs until they ran into that buzzsaw of the Denver Nuggets. We were praising, talking about Devin Booker. Is he the best guy in the playoffs right now? Like, dude, it wasn't because of Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul wasn't like the main factor of why this team.
I'm not saying I picked them because of Chris Paul. That's just because of Chris Paul. Of course, Devin Booker and KD is why I picked the Suns to win that series. But I'm saying Chris Paul with DeAndre Ayton gave him, and then Cameron Payne's not playing all the minutes that he's playing. I'm saying to myself, okay, Cameron Payne's coming off the bench. I didn't expect Chris Paul to get hurt. I didn't expect DeAndre Ayton to play the way he did. And I'm saying, I'm looking at those factors, and I'm saying to myself, Kevin Durant and Booker couldn't get it done against that machine in Denver. Now you remove Chris Paul. Okay, cool. Denver beat him without Chris Paul, you can say. But Ayton is there. Now you're not going to keep Ayton. And so you basically losing Ayton and Chris Paul, and you're adding Bradley Beal. And I'm sitting back saying, is that better than the Nuggets? I don't know. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I don't think it's clear.